Welcome to the second part of the show. I'm Todd Kessler, MC extraordinaire.
No. I'm Todd Kessler, MC extraordinaire. And I'd like to introduce my co-host, Manuel Varela.
MC extraordinaire.
Sure. Well, we'd like to thank Dean Epps and Professor Graham Boone for helping us out with the first part and for being such great sports. And we'd also like to thank Mark Yokiyama at the Quad Sound Studios. Wow. There are a lot of people here. I didn't realize there were going to be so many. I mean, wow. Manuel, do you know all these people?
No, but that's okay.
I mean, wow, it's just like, talk about being nervous and they're all looking at us. We're gonna be walking through the yard on next week and they're all gonna be pointing at us and saying things and wow, just a lot of people. It's times like this when I realize I just don't know many people.
Todd, you just have to relax. I mean, you know plenty of people. In fact, you probably even know some important people.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But it would have been nice if Dusty or Al or Bobby or Arnold could have been here to see me MC.
Wait a minute. You invited Pacino and De Niro?
Yeah, sure. They're old friends.
You know them?
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. They're just normal guys like you or me or Billy.
Todd, you don't have to lie to this audience.
What?
You don't have to lie to this audience.
Oh, Jack, great to see you. How you doing? What, did you just fly out from Havana? I thought you weren't going to be able to make it. It's great to see you here.
You know him?
Yeah. It's great to see you, Jack. Yeah. How you doing?
What can I do for you there?
It's Todd. Todd. Jack, after such a long trip, you must be thirsty. Here, have a Pepsi. Crystal.
Todd, Jack's probably here to help us with this intro.
Believe that, don't you, Daddy? And I'm here to help you in any way I can.
Yeah, Jack. It's really nice that you're here, And hey, if you need a place to stay, don't book a hotel. You can stay in my room on my futon. And it's not my room's not that big, but so did you bring that much stuff?
I brought a change of clothes and some personal items.
But Todd, your dad's staying on our futon tonight.
You ever served in an infantry unit, son? Put your life in another man's hands. Asked him to put his life in yours.
Oh.
How the hell is your dad, Daddy?
Jack, my name is Todd. It's funny, Jack, because my mom said that you sent her a dozen roses and called her right after my dad left to come up here.
I thought you might like to have dinner.
A romantic dinner?
Is there another kind?
But Jack, she's my mom.
I want to tell you something. Listen up, because I really mean this. You're the luckiest man in the world.
Jack, how does it feel to be here in front of a Harvard audience? Nervous?
Hey, Jack, this is your big return to the stage, isn't it? And at Harvard of all places. Hey, Jack, did you see our new Harvard IDs?
Are you nervous?
I eat breakfast 300 yards from 4,000 humans who were trained. You always don't think for 1 second that you can come down here, flash a badge, and make me nervous.
Jack, are you here to help us with this intro or what?
You have to ask me nicely.
Ask you nicely?
Yes,
Mr. Nicholson, what's the next act?
you have to ask me nicely.
You know what, Jack, old boy? I don't think you know what the next act is, huh? What do you think about that? I think you're just bluffing. Do you know what the next act is? Do you?
Yes, I do. Yes. No. 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 No, it's not. You. I'm an educated man. I'm afraid I can't speak intelligently.
Just answer the question. Yes!
My answer is I don't have the first damn clue.
Well, that's great. What are we supposed to do if we don't know what the group is, huh? What are we supposed to say? Jack?
Okay. Hey, Todd. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ladies and gentlemen, the Harvard Crocodillos!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Steve.
And I'm Adrian, and we are the Harvard Crocodillos.
Welcome to our annual final concert. We're happy you came out tonight, aren't we, Adrian? Adrian, how you doing?
Nothing much.
How you doing?
About 3 weeks.
Adrian, we're just not communicating anymore.
Look, I'm sorry, Steve. It's just that we've been doing this intro since the fall of last year, and I just can't do it anymore. You know, I just can't. And to top it off, my mom's in the audience. Hi, Mom.
Hey! My mom's in the audience, too! Hi, Mom! She just came in from Kentucky today. And you know, I'm from Kentucky. And back in Kentucky, we used to...
Steve, why is it that every time I have a problem, you have to bring up Kentucky?
I don't know. It's just where I grew up. Hey, you grew up in Beverly Hills. How come you never talk about Beverly Hills? You've got to open up, express your problems.
You know, you're right. Mom, you think you could page my analyst and have his facts fax our facts so that we might be able to discuss our problems over a half-decaffeinated half-calf?
Thank you.
That's not how we do it in Kentucky. Let me think. You know, there's this song that's beating all the Garth Brooks hits off the charts in Kentucky. My mom and I sang it at the Hoedown the other day. It goes like this. Ebony and Ivory. You know, it's all about overcoming our individual differences and getting along as human beings. You know, you're from Beverly Hills, I'm from Kentucky. Perhaps we can bridge this great gap. Why don't we try to change the lyrics and so we can come to a greater understanding? You start.
You eat grits.
You drive a Porsche.
You have a family tree that does not fork.
You, I don't think that's how we're supposed to do it. We have to embrace each other's cultural heritages. Let me start. I'll come with an open mind to Beverly Hills. I'll eat tofu.
I'll learn to plow. You can charge on my gold card.
You can milk my cow. Side by side on a tractor driving down Rodeo, we're all right. Wow. That was just great. Two friends coming together through song.
You know, we should try this with more of our friends.
But where are we going to get 10 other guys on a Friday night to sing some songs totally contrived?
I have just the idea.
Well, it's a few boots and you walk on down to a knockdown shack on the edge of town. There's an eating tumble that just won't quit. Keep a walking to the sea. I'll be right there. Can you dig them sights down at the house blue lights? Well, there's fires. Detroit barbecue is bottom Jim Tim Tim when the serving we're gonna spend the rest of Tim at the house doobie-dum-doobie-doo-doo, boy, doobie-dum-doobie-doo-doo, hi, 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 boy, boy, down at the house of blue lights, where you lace up your boots and you walk on down to a knockdown shack at the town. There's a late beat combo that just won't really keep walking to the sea. Doobie-dum-doobie-doo-doo, boy, doobie-dum-doobie-doo-doo, hi, 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 boy, 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 well, you lace up your boots and you walk on down to a knockdown shack at the town. There's an 8-meter rumble that just won't quit. Keep on walking till you see that blue light let fall in there. Can you dig down the sights down at the house of blue lights? Do, 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 wah. Be sure to spend your brights down at the house of blue lights.
Get aboard the A train to take a little ride around the city. Hey, Brooklyn or Broadway train, I see that old New York's mighty pretty. Yeah, take your baby subway riding, 'cause that's where romance will be hiding. Forget your car or airplane, you'll find that it'll pay to take the A train. Way down, oh, hey, oh, woo, 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 oh, yeah, take your baby subway riding, 'cause that's where romance will be hiding. Yeah, forget your car or airplane, you'll find that it'll pay to take the, not the B, not the C, not the D, but oh, you find that it'll pay to take the A train. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to yet another edition of the Harvard Crocodillo's famed poetry form. This evening's episode explores the heretofore undiscovered and yet somehow underappreciated how-to genre. Without further ado, it is my pride to give you Dr. Charles Peabody, PhD.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Poetry Forum. This evening's selections will be taken from the invigorating text, Typing Made Simple, by Dr. Nathan Levine. Our first selection is taken from one of his earliest works, entitled Lesson 2. Listen to the opening stanza. F, F, F. J, J, J. F, J, F, J. Semicolon. It really brings a sense of closure with the use of the final semicolon, but yet without the harsh finality of, say, a period. Of course, the all lowercase letters is an obvious allusion to the great poet E.E. Cummings. Unfortunately, Dr. Levine's career was cut short by a tragic bout with carpal tunnel syndrome. But his poetry still bears the passionate mark of the greatest erotic poetry literature has ever known. Let me read some of the lustful lines. Lesson 69. Your position at the machine is more important than you think. Good posture will help you build your skill at a faster rate. Keep all your fingers curved like cloth, just barely touching the guide keys. Repeat until perfected or fatigued. Thank you for participating in this week's Poetry Forum and tuning in next week when we discover the existentialist urban poetry outlined in Chilton's Auto Repair. Thank you.
Love you like I do, I do. Don't know why I love you, don't know why
I wonder why I love you like I do. Is it because you say you love me too? I wonder why I love you like I do, like I do. I told my friend that we would never part. They laughed and said that you would break my heart. I wonder why they think that we will part. We will part. When we're together, I know that you are true. When you're away, I wonder what you do. I wonder why I know that you are true. You are true.
England, awake, awake, awake. Jerusalem, thy sister calls. Why wilt thou sleep this sleep of death and close her from thy ancient walls? Thy hills and valleys felt her feet gently upon their bosoms move. Thy gates beheld sweet Zion's ways. Then was a time of joy and love. And now the time returns again. Our souls exult, and England's towers receive the Lamb of God to dwell in England's green and pleasant valleys. The countenance divine shine forth upon our clouded hills, and was Jerusalem builded he among those dark satanic
Ladies and gentlemen, we are indeed the Harvard Crocodillos, and we're pleased to be on the stage tonight with the Radcliffe Pitches. Now, we're Harvard University's oldest a cappella group, and as your program notes, we were founded in 1946. But we have a song we'd like to sing for you tonight that we'd like to share with you with our alumni, and it's entitled Johnny O'Connor. Now, Johnny is actually a man from, well, Yale. And like all men from Yale, Johnny O'Connor has two problems in his life: internal combustion engine thermodynamics and his love life. We'd like to invite up our alumni who are here with us this evening for our annual ceremony.
Johnny O'Connor bought an automobile, a Stanley. He took his sweetie for a ride one Sunday. Johnny was hard and in his best clothes. She knows the clothes by his son. He took his hand until they got on the road. Look at him, then something happened to that old machinery. That engine got his coat. Off went his hat and coat. Everything needed repair. Hey, I have to get under, get out to get under. To fix the old machine. He was dying to cut the screen. But every minute, when he began it, he'd have to get under, get out to get under. Then he'd get back at the wheel. A dozen times he'd start to. He'd hug and kiss her, but the darn old engine. Why wouldn't listen, then he'd have to get under, get out to get under. To fix up his automobile.
Wum bum 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 bum. Wum bum 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 bum.
Now I say your little sweetie don't appreciate you. I got a dolly who's just dying for loving. She likes to go all the way. Tell me that visions of a million ago. The digger he took her riding in his little auto. Beep beep. But every time that he went to say, marry me. Twas the old story again. He had to get under, get out to get under. To fix his old machine. He was dying to cut the sweet. But every minute, when he began, he had to get under, get out to get under. Then he get back at the wheel. And then he'd have to get under, get out to get under. To fix up his automobile, while then he broke them up, call it a automobile. Clappers, clappers, clap, clappers.
I was blue and I was always wearing a frown because my gal had turned me down. Then we met and you can bet I knew from the first I found your love and that's when your great cloudburst.
My heart really flew the day you caught my eye. I hope that we two will never say goodbye. Clouds of gray have silver linings when they're reversed. I found your love and that's when your great cloudburst.
Hey, baby, I'm gonna tell you about your loving and kissing and hugging your sweet so dumb pretty baby. Won't be satisfied till I hear him play. Here comes the bride. Oh, listen to me, baby, don't mean me. Listen to my story. It's trivial, true. One final way of telling you I really love you. Believe me, baby, I can certainly do. Start telling me, baby, with throwing time that you probably got kind of crush on me. You lose me, bruise me. How to mind if you want to be. Oh, you darling, get me falling, get me goofy and gay, and I'm gonna carry it away. Just thinking you're gonna be mine someday. Oh, let's spin a little sparkle, a little stop, a little sparkle, a little love, a little make tones of little baby. Every time you're home and here, you love me like you, dear. Let's stop a little squeeze, a little rock, a little tease, a little try, a little style, a little make to cry a little bit. Cause to tell you the truth, I'ma love you and that's it. Cause I love you, baby, I love you, baby, love you, baby, love you, baby, love you, little baby, with all my heart. Ooh, listen to me when I say little, baby's gonna win because I know, pretty baby, I know, pretty baby, I know you're the one. Yes, you're the one. I knew when I met you, the big was to get you. Gotta find a little girl, maybe love you lots, never lose a flip your light, order on the flat. Lines of breeze through the trees, pleasant as a summer breeze. One lucky lover, I got the love you should discover.
Dim, ba-do-ba-dim. Dim, 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 ba-do-ba-dim. Dim, dim, boy, take another look, take another look, take another, take a look at me, boy, take another look, take another.
another look, take another, take a look at me, boy. Take another look, take another look, take another, take a look at me, boy. Take another look, take another look, take another look. I was blue and I was always wearing a frown because my gal had turned me down. Then we met, and you can bet I knew from the first. I found your love, and that's when your great love burst.
My heart really flew the day you caught my eye. I hope that we two will never, never say goodbye. Clouds of gray have some lightnings when they're reversed. I found your love, and that's when your great cloud burst.
Thank you very much. Our next song is an Appalachian folk ballad. We don't know who wrote it, but it's Wayfaring Stranger. Thank you.
I am a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. There is no sickness, no toil, no danger in that world to which I go. I'm going there to see my Savior. I'm going there to see my Lord. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over. I'm going home. I am a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. There is no sickness, no toil, no danger in that bright world to which I'm going home. I'm going there to see my Savior. I'm going there to see my Lord. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over. From the people who brought you the Poetry Forum, we now present Critics' Corner, an intersection of a cappella music and literary criticism. Critics' Corner.
Good evening. I'm Charles Peabody III.
And I'm William Simmons, Esquire.
And we are Critics' Corner. Our first entry in the investigation of popular music is the Irish bard, that master lyricist, Bono. of the famed U2. Our first investigation into his utopian vision is outlined in the song Where the Streets Have No Name.
Terribly sorry to take exception on such a sour note to begin with, sir, but I have deep objections to this work. Perhaps my objections are entirely circumstantial and pragmatic, but how would a postal system work in such a society?
Touché. Touché, postal system. But I still think that Bono summed up the hopes and fears of an entire generation, one might say, in his song when he sung the notes. Oh, oh, oh.
A brilliant reproduction of the Bonoian phrasing.
Thank you. 'Twas but the glimmer of the original brilliance.
We now turn to that American troubadour, Bruce the Boss Springsteen.
Oh. Yes, Springsteinian verse lacks the profundity and cultural insight of the Bonoian ideal. But it is indisputable that Mr. Springsteen is a pioneer in the use of form and refrain. Listen to the almost ministerial repetition in the following stanza. Born in the USA. Born in the USA. I was born in the USA.
Really drives the point home, doesn't it?
Touché. Our last artiste is the scathing social critic, Sir Rodney Stewart.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Sir Rodney Stewart, yes. Sir Rodney Stewart offers a categorical renunciation of capitalist ideology in his lines. Please listen.
Some guys have all the luck. Some guys have all the pain.
The Marxist subtext here is screaming. Just screaming. It is as if he would prefer that all guys had all the luck.
Or conversely, no guys having any luck at all.
Or each according to his own particular luck needs. As Rodney moved into the celebrity lifestyle, drinking heavily and experimenting with his coiffure, he suffered from a dreadful amnesiac stage. The combination of which is characterized in the final song, Have I Told You Lately That I Love You?
I just think that's damned irresponsible of him.
Right.
As if you couldn't remember.
Right. Pop culture. The taking of moral holidays, that's what I say.
I do say. Let's return to some respectable music, shall we?
Yes. You know, the Harvard Crocodillos like to stay on that cutting edge of performance art. And to this end, they have commissioned that famed dance duo of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers to choreograph the bridge of their next number. While they hope you find it both delightful and entertaining, yet still somehow artsy and pretentious. Thank you.
As I walked along, I wonder what went wrong with our love, a love that was so strong. And as I still walk on, I think of the things we've done together while our hearts were young. How we're walking in the rain. 'tis a bond and I feel pain, wishing you were here by me to end this misery. And I wonder, why she ran away? And I wonder where she will stay. My little runaway, run away. Why she ran away, and I wonder where she will stay. My little runaway, run away, run away, run away.
Well, we've almost reached the end of our set, but before we go, we would like to thank Todd and Manuel for some fantastic emceeing. We'd like to thank the Pitches for sharing the stage with us this evening. We'd like to thank Archie Epps, Graham Boone, Dr. Charles Peabody, Jack Nicholson, and Adrian's analyst. We'd also like to thank Pat Mahoney and the AV crew, and Zara Anga Khan with the Hasty Pudding Club, and finally, everyone here who helped us at Mem Hall to make this jam possible. Of course, we'd like to thank our alums, our friends, our family, and our roommates for helping us out through all the hard times. Our final song will be Tutti Frutti.
Wop bop blue bop lop bam boom and tutti frutti, oh Rudy, a tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, a tutti frutti, oh Rudy, a tutti frutti, oh Rudy. A wop bop blue bop lop bam boom. Met a girl named Sue, she knows just what to do. Met a girl named Sue, she knows just what to do. She knows I love you, yes indeed, but you don't know what she do to me. A tutti frutti, oh Rudy, a tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, a tutti frutti, oh Rudy, a tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Now for the lady in the tutti frutti hat, strawberry apple pineapple juice, cherry cranberry, the black and the blueberry, lemon meringue, and the kiwi and the raspberry, elderberry, that's a Larry, banana, papaya. Put the lime in the coconut, shake it all, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, a tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, a tutti frutti, oh Rudy, a tutti frutti, oh Rudy. A wop bobble bobble lop bamboo. Met a girl named Daisy. She almost drives me crazy. Met a girl named Daisy. She almost drives me crazy. Rocks me the east, rocks me the west, 'cause she's the girl that I love best. Tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Tell me how long will this song last? A tutti frutti, oh Rudy, a tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy, tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Oh wop bobble bobble lop bamboo, tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Oh wop bobble bobble lop bamboo, tutti frutti, oh Rudy. Oh wop bobble bobble lop bamboo, yeah.
Contraception. Just Just now backstage, a member of the Peer Contraceptive Counselors requested that we do a song addressing their concerns. So, as you are probably aware, contraception is a subject near and dear to the hearts of the Harvard Crocodillos. Our next number describes one of our favorite methods.
Old man trouble, I don't mind him. You won't find him round my door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams, I got my gal. Who can ask for anything more? Who can ask for anything more? Hey, I've got rhythm and I got my music. Rhythm music, starlight daisies, and I got my pastors. I got my gal. Who can ask for anything more? Oh, ship dip shop dip, but we not wave no no we out. So bop wave up with him, do the boho. How many people will bop? How many people will bop? Oh yeah yeah. I got my gal. Who can ask for anything more?